let, 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 let's go! Let's go! Come on. Jets win. Squish the fish. 40-17, boys and girls. Oh, man, that feels good. I'm not going to lie. Before the game, I thought, okay, you know what? We got a shot. We got a shot. First defensive play of the game. Our boy, our number 1 pick, number 4 overall, earns his pick. Safety. Knocking Teddy Bridgewater out of the game. They bring in their 3rd-string quarterback. Never had a shot. Never had a shot. Tyreek Hill, get the frig out of here. Squish the fish, boys and girls. This feels good. Breece Hall goes off. Absolutely goes off. 18 carries, 97 yards, 5.4 yards per carry with a touchdown. He also had 100 yards receiving on 2 catches, 1 monster 79-yard gain. And my buddy had a bet on on Breece Hall to score a touchdown. We're going deep into the game. We're like, man, this guy keeps getting tackled on the 1-yard line. He eventually gets in on the rush late. And oh man, this was a fun game to watch. The Jets, even at halftime, I'm on with Green Bean, O'Leary, and Jeremy over on the Jet Nation halftime show, and I'm just thinking oh man, this is I don't buy that the Jets are winning. The Jets are the better team right now. We should win, but I couldn't give a prediction, a score prediction of what I thought was actually going to happen. I was like, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. I have PTSD. I have I don't know. I feel like you couldn't count the Dolphins out because of the way the first half ended. This one felt good. Let me take a few key takeaways. Let's go over a few stats. All right. Zach Wilson, 14 of 21, 210 yards. He did have a rushing touchdown. No passing touchdowns today. Jets wound up having, on the day, 5 rushing touchdowns. When's the last time you saw a 40 in the Jets score? I don't even know. If you guys know, drop it in the chat. But oh man. Breece Hall leads the way, 18 carries, 97 yards, and a touchdown. Michael Carter, 10 carries, 21 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Wound up stealing 2 touchdowns away from Breece Hall. But that's all right as long as we score. I don't care. Quinnen Williams, Carl Lawson, John Franklin Myers, this defensive line created some really cool opportunities for the secondary and for themselves. The sack Carl Lawson had with Quinnen Williams absolutely recovering the fumble late in the game and just truck sticks Tyreek Hill. Screw this dude. I'm so over Tyreek Hill. The Jets put him on ice. The Dolphins receivers today. Tyreek Hill leads the way, 7 receptions, 47 yards. That's how you lock down a dude. Jalen Waddle, 3 receptions, 23 yards. They did have Raheem Mostert, 113 yards and 1 touchdown. That was really the thorn in our side. They had a little bit of success running the ball. Obviously, Teddy Bridgewater gets knocked out of the game. First play of the game. Safety from Sauce Gardner on the blitz, on the corner blitz. Skylar Thompson comes in, goes 19 of 33, 166 yards and interception, and this was the Jets game. We dominated from start to finish with a little bit of oh no, I don't want to screw up at halftime. When they scored that touchdown 5 seconds, 10 seconds before the end of the half, I'm just thinking no, don't do this to me. This is a game we need to win. We can't lose against a 3rd-string quarterback. It just can't happen. That's not how this is all going to work out. Cannot go that way. Then they come out. They wind up getting the field goal after half. And I'm just thinking, oh no. Here we go. This is what's going to happen. It's now the Jets are up by, 2 points at the time? I'm like, oh, no. I am seeing what's going to happen. It's there, and I'm cringing the whole time. It just feels good. Defensively, C.J. Mosley ends the day 7 tackles, 3 assists. Quan Alexander, 6 tackles, 4 assists. Jordan Whitehead, 6 tackles, 1 assist. DJ Reed, 5 tackles. Sauce Gardner comes away with his first career interception on a John Franklin Myers hit of Skylar Thompson. Absolutely massive day from the defensive line and the secondary overall. look, third string quarterback Dolphins fans, they're going to be throwing shade. Screw that. It was our third string quarterback. Didn't matter. Screw off. This team is built on Mostert, Hill, and Waddle, and Gesicki. This team is not built on Tua. This team is not built on Teddy Bridgewater. Skylar Thompson, I don't care that he's a late-round pick. You gotta win the game. The Jets put these dudes on ice. They never stood a chance. And I'm not going to lie, I was heated at the refs. Really upset with the way the refs handled this game. There was, I think it was 3 pass interference calls. There was one on Sauce, there was one on Reed, and then there was one that was not called against Tyler Conklin. Like, the Reed and Sauce ones were, I can understand there being I think there was one on Carter too. I think all 3 of them actually had a pass interference call that were all kind of like, I don't know. Michael Carter did pull the jersey behind his back a little bit, not like the stretch that you normally see, but like kind of like on the back, holding his hand there. You know, is it a pass interference? Maybe, ticky-tacky. But the fact that Conklin's zipping down the field and the defender doesn't even turn his head around and it whacks off the back of his helmet. How is that not a pass interference if you're going to call the other 3? I'm sorry. That had me fired up. That really had me fired up. The missed field goal by the Dolphins had me feeling good. Had me feeling a little more confident. Oh, man. I don't even know, where to go. We have the 2 face masks that led to 3 points early in the game. There was a face mask on Breece Hall, face mask on the sack of Zach Wilson. So there were opportunities that the Jets were able to get. Now, look, you should win this game. You're going against a third-string quarterback, didn't have the week of practice that Teddy Bridgewater had. You also knocked out their left tackle in Armstead. So the Jets had some opportunities they took advantage of it. Good teams take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of them. And the Jets did that today. Fernando comes in, says, on to Green Bay. Great win. Let's shut Jari up. Dude, the Green Bay game, I don't know what to think of it because I felt semi-confident going into that game prior to the Green Bay Packers losing to the Giants in London today. Now, obviously, Green Bay's coming back from London. They're going to have a little bit of shorter rest, a little bit of jet lag, but they might be a little more pissed off having lost to the Giants. But I do think they are absolutely beatable. They lost to the Giants. They won in overtime against a third-string quarterback against the New England Patriots. The Jets have the horses in the stable to win this game. One game at a time. I don't want to look ahead. I'm getting excited, but I don't want to look ahead, right? I don't want to be... I'm thinking one game at a time. I don't want to look at Denver. I don't want to look at New England. Don't want to look at Buffalo. But, Green Bay's up next on the docket. You're going into Green Bay against a team that's going to be upset. We have to stay focused. Do not let off the gas. But this team has the talent to win. Joe S. comes in, great win, first division win in 3 years. It feels good. It really does feel good. The Jets have had such a rough go of it in our division right now. And look, I'm not going to beat my chest because of this win, but it felt good. This is a game the Jets should win, and in the past it's a game the Jets did not win. And I think this team is fighting hard. Breece Hall coming out party. Sauce Gardner coming out party. The Jets already had, according to Daniel Jeremiah, the number 1, the number 5, the number 8, and the number 18 rookies in this year's draft class. And Breece Hall may have jumped up to number 2. Damn near 200 yards all-purpose and a touchdown. This guy is legit. He is the bell cow back. Michael Carter's going to spell him. He's going to be able to be all shifty and do all the things that we love him doing. But this Jets offense across the board with Zach Wilson back, the speed, the elusiveness, the running backs in Breece and Carter, and then you look at the receivers in Corey Davis, Elijah Moore, Garrett Wilson, Braxton Berrios gets his first touchdown of the season aside from the throwing touchdown to Zach Wilson last week. Absolutely awesome. This offense is so loaded. And I'm trying to tell my friends, yo, watch out for the Jets. The only question mark, it's our safeties, it's our linebackers, it's our quarterback. If Zach's playing well, the safeties and linebackers almost don't matter. If Zach Wilson can play well, the Jets can hang with any team in the NFL. 100%. Now, I'm not saying they should be favored in every game, but the Jets are going to cause a lot of problems for a lot of teams. And it would not shock me over the course of the next 3 weeks, Green Bay, Denver, and New England, if the Jets wound up being favored in one of those games. Man, that Halloween game against the Patriots is going to be real interesting. I might have to get me some tickets to that one. V-Man comes in saying, New York Jets 5 consecutive games with a defensive turnover, 3 consecutive with a sack, back-to-back games with multi-sacks and turnovers. We are beating Packers and Denver. V-Man, if the Jets go 5-2, I'm going to lose my cool. I can't wait to talk shit. Richie and I were on a live stream on the AFC East Roundtable this past Friday, like 2 days ago, and there was like comments like, oh, the Jets and Richie and Ryan, they didn't talk enough smack towards the Dolphins fans. We haven't had a leg to stand on, right? We're going against Lamar Jackson in the rain. We're going against Jacoby Brissett, backup quarterback. You're going against Joe Burrow, who he didn't get any pressure against. You're going against Mitch Trubisky and Kenny Pickett. Now the Jets are going against a third-string quarterback. The national media, maybe they give a little bit of love to Breece Hall, and maybe they give a little bit of love to Sauce Gardner, but I don't know if they're going to give the Jets a whole lot of love because it's the third-string quarterback. The Jets are going to have an opportunity here to really surprise some teams. I hope we can stay focused and we can just grit it out because this team is different. It's not the same Jet team. This is not your same old Jets. Not your same old Jets. Thomas Cahill says, Breece greater than Martin. Martin played in a time where we had a really stout offensive line, and he wasn't necessarily asked to receive the ball out of the backfield. And Martin, he had, 10 years of 1,000 yards? Phenomenal. Breece Hall, talent-wise, could have a much more prolific career, but I don't want to put him in that category right now, but Breece is incredibly explosive. Out of the backfield, receiving the ball, just the way he just does not go down. This guy is going to be impressive. And this was not a position. I was totally content with Michael Carter and like a 4th-round pick. Was not thinking Breece Hall in the slightest. I'm eating my words. I'm eating my words right now. I love me some Breece Hall. And how about Elijah Vera-Tucker going to the right-hand side? You have him. He starts left guard. Oh, we signed Laken Tomlinson. Okay, I'm going to go over to right guard. Not a peep from him. Plays phenomenal. Left guard and right guard. All our tackles go down. He starts practicing at tackle. He goes over to left tackle. Plays phenomenally well. We get Dwayne Brown back. He's like, all right, cool. Yeah, you know what? I played well at tackle. I'm going to go over to right tackle right now. Plays phenomenally well. This dude is so ironclad. If you could have 5 AVTs all day long, 100% all day long, he has been the MVP of our offense, in my opinion. And the Jets, there is a really, really good shot. The Jets are getting Offensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year with Sauce Gardner and Breece Hall. And honestly, Garrett Wilson, if there was a second one, maybe there's going to be Rookie of the Year, like, maybe Breece Hall goes off or something like that, and it's Breece Hall Rookie of the Year, Garrett Wilson Offensive Rookie of the Year, and like Sauce Gardner Defensive Rookie of the Year. Can you imagine if there was something like they probably can't do that because technically if you're MVP, you can't have a different offensive MVP, whatever. Ugh. Absolutely incredible. I'm going to lose my damn voice over this. 40-17. 47. And look, Corey Davis, he only had 2 receptions for 38 yards, but he had a really, really good game. I really like the way Corey Davis plays with Zach Wilson. Garrett Wilson has 3 receptions, 27 yards. Like, just across the board, really impressed with the Jets' offensive weapons and the defensive line. John Franklin Myers, Quinnen Williams, Carl Lawson. Those 3 guys absolutely got after the quarterback today. And Quinnen Williams just dropping the truck stick on Tyreek Hill had me all sorts of jazzed up. Dude, I was gonna lose it. I'm like jumping up and down. For context, right? We're at my buddy's house. He just had his daughter. So we have, kids like 3.5 months apart or so. And me, him, and our other buddy are jumping up and down as soon as this happens. And the babies are like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. And it's just like, you'll figure it out. I'll tell you when you're like 6 or 7, when you can finally understand what's going on. I'll show you the highlights. This is incredible. Absolutely, absolutely awesome. Ablab drops in, says, dominance. Gang of New York, Hill and Waddle were held in check. Lawson, JFM, Quinnen, Sauce, AVT, Quan, Zach, but last but not least, Breece the Beast Hall. Dude, this team is built different. Like, this team believes in its coaching staff, it believes in the scheme, it believes in each other, and it believes in themselves. Like, when's the last time you felt confident with our cornerbacks going up against any wide receiver? And now that they've gone against Waddle and Hill, I feel that much more confident that they can go against any receiver in the NFL. The Jets have the best tandem of cornerbacks, period. I don't want to hear it from anyone else. Ugh. Defensive line. Carl Lawson coming up big with the sack of Thompson. Strip sack. Quinnen Williams picks up the ball. Oh! Just lays the boom on Tyreek Hill. I can't stop getting excited. I'm just like too wound up right now. Rye comes in with a super chat, says, so who are we voting for Rookie of the Week? I'm stumped. I mean, it's got to be Breece Hall, right? Like, the dude had damn near 200 yards and a touchdown. But Sauce Gardner with the safety, with the interception, like, that to me, there's going to be offensive and defensive. I guess it's going to be Rookie of the Week, right? It's got to be Breece. I think Breece has to do it. You can't get almost 200 yards and not give it to Breece. But Sauce, with such an offensive-driven league, for Sauce to do what he did, and he got called on a penalty that was like, I don't like it. It was like a 39-yard pass interference call on Tyreek Hill, and I really didn't like that. Didn't love it. But across the board, the Dolphins wide receivers, Tyreek Hill led the way, 47 yards. Welcome to getting lost in the sauce, my friend. Tyreek Hill, 47 yards on 7 catches. Jalen Waddle, 3 receptions, 23 yards. Mike Gesicki comes in second, 1 reception, 30 yards. And the whole Dolphins fan base can suck a fat one. I'm sorry. You guys suck. I hate your team. I hate your players. You got a wife beater and a fucking pregnant lady beater in Tyreek Hill, and you tried to go out and get a friggin' sexual predator in Deshaun Watson. You lost your first-round pick for tampering with Tom Brady. Get the hell out of here. Get to the basement of the division. I am done with you. Ugh, Thomas Cahill. We are money in the fourth quarter. When's the last time the Jets were actually like, you felt, I don't want to say confident. I don't want to say confident yet because it's like, I'm so concerned that we're going to get like so ramped up and then all of a sudden it's going to come crashing down. I don't want that to happen. But man, I'm like, I watch Zach and I watch the way this team blocks and I watch the way this team runs and like, it's different. It's not the same old Jets. We are not your same darn old Jets, and it is nice to be able to close out games, and the Jets did that against the Browns. They did that against the Steelers, and they put the stamp on it against the Dolphins. You're going to see guys talking about the New York Jets moving forward, and this one is exciting. I'm going to lose my damn voice. This is everything I wanted from this game. It really is. I can't tell you how much I wanted to lock down Hill. And you know what? If he wound up getting like 70 yards and a touchdown, that would have been locking him down. 47 and no touchdowns. Sit on it. Come on. Felt good. Felt good. Man. Looking through the chat. What are you guys saying over there? I got a poll in the live chat right now. And it's who had the better game? Is it Sauce Gardner? Is it Breece Hall? Or is it a trick question? It's both. 48% say both. 47% say Breece Hall. Completely understand where you guys are going. But man, our rookies, tell me this isn't the best rookie draft class the Jets may have ever had. And back to back, if you count Elijah Moore and Breece Hall as first-round talents, the Jets have added 7 first-round talents since last year. 7. That is absolutely bonkers. This is where the Jets need to come in. They need to grow. And as you start to get some chemistry, if the offensive line really starts to gel, like if you can figure out all the pieces across this line, watch out. Because Zach Wilson, when he has time, is dangerous. Breece Hall, when he gets a hole, dangerous. Michael Carter, dangerous. These wide receivers, you can't guard all of them. When you're talking about Garrett Wilson, Corey Davis, Elijah Moore, those are 3 number 1 receivers or like 1B, whatever, wide receivers on any other team. And then you have Braxton Berrios, who can come in as a change of pace kind of guy, trick play sort of guy. And then, like, beyond that, you're not even talking Conklin, Uzama, and, like, Breece and Carter. You're talking, like, Denzel Mims is a dude that can't even see the field, and this guy is, like, first-round talent. Like, the Jets are deep, like, 5 receivers deep, 2 tight ends deep, 2 running backs deep. This team is built to beat teams over the head, and there's going to be a lot of teams sleeping on the New York Jets, and if they continue to play the way they have played the last 2 weeks, there is an opportunity here to get very, very excited towards the end of this year. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying the word. There's an opportunity to be excited. Ian drops in. Wilson led the Jets, have outscored opponents 35-7 in the fourth quarter. What? That is going in the top 5 takeaways, my friend. 35-7 in the fourth quarter. That's how aggressive this team can be. That's how confident this team can be. That is a nod to the coaching staff. It's a nod to Zach Wilson. It is a nod to the defense and the offensive playmakers. They are believing in Zach Wilson, and this is why this guy was taken number 2 overall. 100%. Ugh. I love it. Witt says, I love how people are saying Dolphins lost their star tackle. Bitch, we've lost 37 tackles. We don't have Mekhi Becton. We don't have George Fant. We don't have Max Mitchell. Our starting left tackle's playing for the first time since preseason. Our right guard is playing right tackle. Eat a bag. There's no way you can bitch about Armstead being out when the Jets have the tackle situation they currently have. Get out of town. Get out of town. Arvin says, this makes us second to the Bills in the division. Yes. I'm interested to see how this Bills game goes. Because Josh Allen and the Bills 100% have been the best team in the NFL the last 2 years. They should have won a Super Bowl last year. The only reason they didn't is because of some wonky overtime rules that rely on a coin flip. But I thoroughly believe the Bills would have won the Super Bowl. They would have beat the Bengals the following week. They would have wound up beating the Rams the way they did on the opening game on Thursday Night Football of this year. So the Bills are a very, very good team, and I'm not ready to say the Jets are ready to contend with them. But this team, these rookies, these young guys, they don't know that. They don't know that, and that makes them dangerous. This is not a team that feels like they are the same old Jets. This is a team that has all the talent in the world. All talent in the world to stick with anyone. I'm excited to see what happens here. Sergeant says, I think it's time for a rebuild, guys. Don't even say that. Get out of here. We're done with the rebuild. The Dolphins fans that we were talking, they were talking so much shit to Richie and I on Friday. And I was like, Richie and I are holding our tongue. And I'm like sounding off on Tyreek Hill. I was like, I really, really want to beat you. But I understand. Look, you guys are 3.5-point favorites in our house. In our house. That means you're 6-point favorites because there's a 2.5-point differential given to the home team. The Dolphins should have won, and the Jets put them in their damn place. Sit down, Fish. Sit down. Robbie comes in and says, can we beat Pack in Green Bay next week? Well, they're flying back from London. They're going to be pissed off about losing to the Giants, but I don't think their wide receiver core and I don't think their running backs are anything to be scared about. Rodgers, 100%. You could be scared about him. But you're saying you lost to the Giants? You went to overtime with a third-string quarterback against the Patriots? The Jets coming in hot. If they don't have one of these letdown games where it's like, hey, we're king of the world, we can beat anyone, and they wind up sleeping on Green Bay, we'll lose. If the Jets come in and they say, okay, look, Green Bay's favored by 4 points, whatever the line, I have no idea what the line is. If they can come in and they look at that and they look at the bulletin board material and they say, hold on, look what we've done in our schedule. We took on the AFC North and we went 2-2. We took on a division rival who was favored in our house and we put them in the ground. Now we're going into Green Bay against a team that just lost to the Giants? Are you kidding me? Jets have an opportunity. Michael L. says, why isn't AVT on the poll? Because today's game, I love AVT. Love AVT. Today's game was about Breece Hall, was about Sauce Gardner, was about this defensive line across the board. The offensive line played well. You don't get 5 rushing touchdowns without playing well. I love what we got out of this team, and I'm excited to see where we wind up like when this team actually gels. Like this is a new configuration. You saw the graphic on the screen during the game. They're like, oh yeah, they had Becton at right tackle, they had Fant at left tackle, and then Becton goes down, so Fant goes to right tackle, and then Brown goes to left tackle, and then they missed some of it too. AVT was at left tackle last week. He's at right tackle this week. We've played musical chairs across the offensive line. The Jets absolutely have exceeded expectations. If you had told me the Jets would be 3-2, 5 games into the season, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, middle of summer, I'd be like, that's a really good team. We're going to be hanging around in December. This team's better than that. Like, we could have beat the Ravens. Like, that's what's sort of irritating. Like, the only game we really came out flat against was the Bengals. Yes, the Browns could have fallen on the 1 yard line, and then that game's over. So there's a little bit of flukiness to that one. I 100% agree. But, like, the Jets are a different team. 3-2, 5 games into a season, love it. Mikey Mouse says, I love how the team praises each other after the game. Rookies looked at each other saying, damn, we are good. Reed praising Sauce on Twitter. Hall saying offensive line deserves Pepsi belt last week. That's 100% true. This offensive line, for all the shit they've been given, for all the injuries that they've had, and the musical chairs, the different quarterbacks, let alone all the shade that's been thrown from the New York media, the Jets, the offensive line, the running backs, the wide receivers, this team doesn't realize where they're supposed to be, and it's fucking great. Ugh. Andrew comes in. Let's effing go. Love it. Mike Jacobs comes in, says Victory Monday is going to feel real sweet. There's nothing like watching some highlights on ESPN or calling into the call-in show on Monday night and realizing the Jets got to win. We're coming into Green Bay, and we're going to try and punch the Packers in the mouth. Absolutely love it. Who we got here? We got Boozy. YT says their fans going to try to justify the loss because of a third-string quarterback, but we still dropped 40 points on them. Where's the excuse for that? There is no excuse for that. These fucking Dolphins fans are going to say, oh, no, we didn't have Tua. He's such a strong quarterback. Oh, but Teddy Bridgewater, he could have held his own. Oh, no. Teddy Bridgewater and Tua Tagovailoa do not give up 40 points. Your defense gives up 40 points. Get fucked. I'm sorry. Like, this is done. It is over. It is a non-question. The New York Jets came out and put the Dolphins in their place. I can't tell you how badly I've wanted to talk shit and to finally have the opportunity because our team is turning around. This channel's going to get a little bit more rowdy, boys and girls. Michael L. comes in, says AVT with another position swap. What a player. He is irreplaceable. Jets, baby. Send him home beached. Beached Dolphins. These guys got squished 100%. The New York Jets put the Dolphins in their place. Tyreek Hill, 47 yards. Get out of here. Oh, I can't play in New Jersey because of the taxes. Suck one. Cameron comes in. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I don't see a comment attached to it, but I love you all the same. Jet Up Buttercup says, Ryan, you need to be a guest appearance on the round table this week. I'll reach out to Richie. I'll see what he's thinking. Because, I'm fired up. I love talking shit. And now that the Jets have finally, put the Dolphins in their place, I wouldn't mind doing that. Sergeant says, AVT playing center next week. McGovern had that weird, false start where it was, false start, everyone except the center. Clearly McGovern missed the snap count and everyone else moved. You don't have 4 guys move and the center not snap the ball. Yes, that's technically a false start on everyone else, but that's a mistake by McGovern. It's a weird, you feel like it would almost be a penalty on McGovern, but whatever. Rico says Ryan is feeling it right now. You're damn right. I got me some, what is this? This is, it's a triple IPA, so I'm a little banged up. Straight out of the laboratory. Bam! I think it's Newburgh Brewery. Feels friggin' good. Idriza says Hill and Waddle got neutralized. This cornerback tandem is young. Reed is 26, 27 years old, playing the best cornerback in the league. And Sauce Gardner, no one told this guy he was a rookie. Like, I'm sorry, this guy thinks he's like a 10-year vet. He is bodying up all-star wide receivers and shutting them down. Jamar Chase, nothing. Tyreek Hill, nothing. Like, even the flag that was called on him was a bullshit fucking call, and there's no way it should have been a flag. Ricardo Flowers comes in, so the Jets signing Fant. I don't think so. I think what you saw with AVT moving around, I think you see Fant played well next to AVT last year. Mitch played well next to AVT this year. Tomlinson had a great game, maybe not a great game, but had a really good game last week with AVT playing over there. This week, AVT on the right-hand side. Herbig had himself a pretty good game. I think it's AVT. I don't think it's Fant. I don't think Fant comes back next year. I think the Jets will offer him a contract to come back on a reasonable deal. And Fant, if he wants more money, he's going to have to go elsewhere. Teddy comes in and says, how about Breece? 197 total yards and a touchdown. Back-to-back Rookie of the Week. 100% he's going to get this. He's probably going to get Offensive Player of the Week for the AFC. Now, I didn't watch enough of the other games to know if there was like someone else that absolutely went off. But for a rookie to do what he did against a division rival, like, to me, that speaks volume about the kid. He shows up in big-time games and big-time opportunities. Iridessa says both Offensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year will be Jets, Sauce, and Breece Hall. I really think there's a legit shot of that happening. Like, Sauce is already considered arguably the best rookie in this draft class, and Breece Hall is going to get plenty of opportunities throughout the rest of the season where he is going to be able to really prove it to the rest of the league. And especially like the fantasy owners that have him, they're going to see, oh my God, 200 yards and a touchdown, let alone like the 2 or 3 other touchdowns he could have had. I think it was 2 touchdowns because Michael Carter got the 2 on the 1-yard line. Breece Hall could have had himself an even more monster day than he already had. Chip O. Chip O comes in and says, your channel will have 100,000 followers by Christmas. Dude, I hope so. The best way to help this channel grow is for you to tell a Jet fan you know, watch this channel. It's a lot of fun. It's a good time. We have a great community across the board, but dude, I'm hoping. I really am. It would be a lot of fun. My goal, come March, I want to be able to do a lot more content for you guys. Utah Jet fan comes in and says, Ryan, I just bought my first ever NFL jersey 2 days ago. It was a Breece Hall jersey. I'll take all the credit for this game. Kidding, go Jets. Dude, Utah Jets fan, this one's on you. If you didn't buy that jersey, Breece Hall never goes off. 100%. 100%, dude. I'm on board with this. Ooh, this is a good one. El Soto says, Jets talk, you should interview Brady Quinn. LOL, go Jets. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to see if he'll do it. He won't answer me. There's no way he'll answer me. Screw that guy. 0-9. Eat a bag of dicks, my friend. Eat a bag. I'm so done with this media. That's why these YouTubers are going up in a big way, because we have an opportunity to show what this team can be without bias, without all the bullshit that you see from the national media. Yo, it's Vin comes in and says, our 2022 draft class may be better than the 17 Saints. The 17 Saints had a phenomenal draft class. For those of you that don't know, they had Ryan Ramczyk, Marcus Williams, Marcus Lattimore. I'm probably missing a few others in there. There were some really, really good players on that team. But the Jets, Sauce Gardner might be Rookie of the Year. Breece Hall might be Rookie of the Year. Garrett Wilson, if Zach Wilson and Garrett Wilson get on the same page and they wind up throwing the ball to him a little bit more, he could be right there. Kamara, I see Kamara in there. Thank you, Jet Life. Dude, this team this draft class is incredible. Joe Douglas, in Joe Douglas we trust, right? Like, that's where we've been the last few years. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Ugh. Love it. Last 3-year draft class, 3 All-Pros in the future, 10 starters. Last 3 draft classes, who are you calling from that draft class? Not Becton, it's not Mims. I mean, maybe Mann. Like, that's really it. That 2 years ago's draft class, or 3 years ago's draft class wasn't too good. But last year's and this year's, phenomenal. Absolutely where the Jets need to be going. Forever Puddle. We have bias, LOL. Are you kidding me, Ryan? We got a little bit of bias. It's all right. It's okay. Viking Security. I'm right there with you, dude. Witt says Carl Lawson with the sack, forced fumble, and 7 quarterback hits. Great game from him. He had a really good game. Love what we got from him. The strip sack at the end of the game where Quinn Williams picked up the ball and truck stick Tyreek Hill was everything I wanted to be and more. Really good. Michael says, I tweeted at Brady Quinn right when the game ended and no response. He's never going to respond. No shot. Dude's sitting down crying about his horrible NFL career. Dallas, James Santana comes in. I love when Ryan starts cursing. Big win today. JETS, 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 Jets. Members of the channel, drop in your JETS emojis. I want to see it. I'm going to make some custom ones so that way we can have some fun during the Monday and Tuesday shows. But, I love talking shit. Like, for anyone, I don't know if there's anyone that's ever played video games with me, but when I play, like, some Call of Duty or I play some type of video game and I start, like, railing on you, I will talk some shit. And for the Jets to finally be, like, trending up in the right direction, the channel's going to get a little bit more interesting and a little bit more NC-17, so I apologize to anyone who's, like, under 17. But, I could talk smack for days. For days. The Forever Puddle says, John Franklin Myers had a huge game, too. Yes, he had the knock on Thompson that generated the wobbly pass for Sauce Gardner to intercept the ball. Love it. Absolutely love it. David Garrard says, we expect 7 wins. F it. 7. Give me 10. Dude, if this team, let's play the hypothetical game here for a second, right? Like, let's say the Jets can beat Green Bay, who lost to the Giants, who had to take it to overtime against a third-string quarterback in the Patriots. Let's say you win against Denver, who looks awful. Russell Wilson, did he leave all his talent in Seattle? Because he looks horrible. That's 2 more. Now you go against the Patriots. Do they have Mac Jones back? Is he clicking? Is he rusty from being knocked out? That's 3 more games. Let's say the Jets are what? What would that be? 6-2? Heading into Buffalo? Is that right? Is my math correct on that? New England? Green Bay? Denver? Patriots? I think it's in Buffalo. It's going to get real interesting. And the back half of the schedule, you got the Lions, you got the Bears, you got the Jaguars, the Dolphins. Like, you start looking at it and you say, you know what? I'm not saying the words. I'm not going to say it. I won't say it. It's not happening. Not going to say it. 1 game at a time, boys and girls. But it's exciting. It is absolutely exciting. The Jets are setting themselves up for a really good season. It's Cola drops in and says, I want to run it back. I want to run into a brick wall right now. All I need now is my Mets to win tonight for the double happiness. Let's go, Jets. Ryan, rookies look elite. The rookies look great. The Mets looked awesome last night. I hope they capture the win tonight. That would be absolutely awesome. Shouldn't be in the wild card anyway. But, dude, New York sports in general, really exciting. I like your Rangers avatar as well. I think you're going to be really good this season. I love it. Jets forever. 7-2 at the bye is the only option. Guys, we are 3-2 right now. 3-2. 15-2. That's what I'm calling right now. 15-2. We're winning every game until proven otherwise. That is what happens, right? Don't get me too excited, Jets forever. 1 game at a time. 1 game at a time. Let's go into Green Bay. Let's put our nose to the playbook. Let's take care of business. 1-0 every week. 1-0 every week. Every dollar counts. EDC. Smart thought process. Do not take anything for granted. Positive vibes only, my friends. Positive vibes only. I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm getting way too fired up. Dave comes in and says, how annoying were the Dolphins roundtable guys? Oh, dude, TD and Nick Smoke, you too. You guys can eat a bag. I'm sorry. You guys are talking all this smack. Richie and I, we're eating a little bit of humble pie. You know what? We're not going to talk smack yet. We're not talking smack because you know what? We got to prove it. We got to prove it first. 40-17, sit on it and rotate. You guys got pushed in. I love it. Petey says, no Jets YouTuber was doing a live to watch along. I hopped in a Dolphins one. They were chill until the 4th quarter. What horrible group of fans. Yo, so if you ever want to watch a live stream of a game, Green Bean goes on the Jet Nation YouTube. So go over to Jet Nation YouTube and follow them because he does a whole game stream with Jeremy, NFL Chaos with Jeremy. And myself and O'Leary go on at halftime, and we always give our breakdowns. Like for the last 2 years, I think it's at least the last 2 years, it might be the last 3. But we give our thoughts on everything going on. So if you're looking for someone streaming the game, Green Bean had, I think it was like 500 or 600 people when I was uploading the every throw from Zach Wilson. So he gets a big turnout over there. So definitely recommend that as well. King Blaze says, Will Waddle shut down. Put him in a cage. Cheetah locked in the zoo. Screw it. That guy, I'm not going to the Jets. I got to pay taxes. Oh, guess what? Enjoy your bonuses sitting down in South Beach. Motherfucker. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's Cola. Welcome to the channel, brother. He joins the economy class. Thank you so much. I love it. I love it. I'm just going to flip up the middle finger right here. Viking Security says, I was talking smack about Carl Lawson, but dang, homeboy came to play today. It's nice, right? Good to see that. Good to see it. It's Cola says, Frank the Tank Barstool is not going to be happy about his Dolphins. He can sit on it, and you guys can rotate the rest. You guys can say the rest. I love it. Better Call Saul says, we're having Filet-O-Fish today. Aaron says, I watched the game on YouTube and Dolphins fans were talking a bunch of shit in the first half, then they kind of vanished. That's what happens to teams that don't have the backbone. They don't have the fan base. We've been through it all, and they're just expecting greatness. Screw it. Absolutely screw it. All right. I am all sorts of fired up. I need to try and calm down. I need to relax. Guys, I released my every throw from Zach Wilson. I also included the touchdowns. So if you want to see the touchdowns, you want to see Breece Hall, you want to see Michael Carter, you want to see Braxton Berrios, you want to see Zach Wilson scoring rushing touchdowns, they're all in there. I have it uploaded. Check it out. Real quick recap. Zach Wilson, 14 of 21, 210 yards, no interceptions, 1 rushing touchdown. Breece Hall, 18 carries, 97 yards and a touchdown. Michael Carter, 10 receptions, 21 yards, 2 touchdowns. Breece Hall, 2 receptions, 100 yards receiving. Corey Davis, 2 receptions, 38 yards. Jets dominate this game. Sauce Gardner gets his first interception, gets himself a safety on the first play of the game, knocking out Teddy Bridgewater. Boys and girls, this has been a lot of fun. A whole lot of fun. And there's more to come. I'll be live tomorrow, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock for our live call-in show. I want to hear all your voices in there. And then Tuesday, we're coming back with our Talking Jets panel. Myself, O'Leary, and Green Bean. So make sure you ask us all your Jet-related questions. But boys and girls, it's going to be a fun Victory Monday tomorrow. Jets put the stamp on the Dolphins. Cheetahs locked up in the zoo. Jets win 40-17. This is Jets Talk signing off. Jets!